Southern Interior, a high of 4 with a mix of sun and cloud. And for Metro Vancouver, Greater Victoria, and the Fraser Valley, some sun and cloud as well, with highs reaching 8 degrees.
On Mother's Day 1985, Philadelphia did something unthinkable. The city has been engaged in a standoff with a radical organization called MOVE. The city dropped a bomb on MOVE's headquarters, killing 11 people, 5 of them children. Why is it so many have never heard of the MOVE bombing?
Black people will never get justice in America.
The Africas versus America, available now on CBC Listen and everywhere you get your podcasts.
Hello, I'm Eve Cooksaw.
Good evening, I'm Chris Howden. This is As It Happens. Tonight.
Before and aftershock, war has already made life a living nightmare for Syrians. Then the earthquake hit, and now an aid worker says the grief and desperation have plunged Aleppo into the deepest level of hell.
Urging urgency. A Vancouver Island First Nation declares a state of emergency over the unrelenting impact of drugs and alcohol on its young people. And the chief says he places the blame on a government that set his people up to fail.
Oh, blessed day after the Church of England announces it will offer blessings to same-sex couples in civil marriages. An Anglican priest tells us while their fight is not finished, he and his soon-to-be husband are celebrating.
Making a racket. An Australian teen with dwarfism wants adaptive standing tennis included in the next Paralympics, so he and his father have launched a campaign to court support.
Super Bowl Sunday in Philadelphia, everything that can be climbed is getting greased to keep overzealous football fans from falling. It's a local tradition so entrenched that one Philly donut shop is selling grease pole-themed pastries.
And Algie Boom. Canadian folk musician Daniel Lapp usually plays the fiddle or the trumpet, but tonight he'll perform some songs for us on a piece of seaweed. As it happens, the Friday edition, radio that gets by with a little help from its friends. Before this week, Tony O'Riordan's colleagues were already comparing the situation in Aleppo to hell. Father O'Riordan is the Syria director for Jesuit Refugee Services. In Syrian government-controlled Aleppo, that meant helping brutalized survivors after more than a decade of civil war. And they made a living as best they could among the bombed-out ruins. Then those ruins began to shake and topple as Monday's earthquake did. We reached Father Tony O'Riordan in Aleppo.
Father O'Riordan, if your colleagues were comparing the situation in Aleppo before the earthquake to hell, how would you describe it now?
Well, if we were describing the situation as hell before the earthquake hit, then I think now we're in the deepest level of hell. People who were living in the areas most damaged by the war, where the infrastructure was severely degraded. It's hard to imagine, but this has happened where further buildings have collapsed and more buildings have been made unsafe and insecure, and thousands of people are out of their homes. They're also out of their homes not just because of the physical damage, but like a weapon of mass destruction. Everyone is traumatized, everyone is grieving, everyone is very fearful. I met a man today who told me he had lost 15 members of his family. Imagine how could a human being do that? I gave a lift to a lady earlier this evening. She had lost her sister and her niece, and she now lives alone. The level of grief is unimaginable. The level of fear, people woken from their sleep, living in darkness because of the lack of electricity, hearing strange sounds, the building shaking, hearing parts of the building falling apart, hearing people screaming. People thought, as many people thought, this is the end. This is the end of my life. This is the end of my time for the family. And everyone who tells me the story, their immediate reaction when they woke was to shout for their loved ones.
It's a long, long journey ahead. We spoke to a man just outside of Aleppo earlier this week, a Syrian man, and he was angry and scared, as you can imagine, and just saying, where is the help? We don't see it. He said, it's not coming. What exactly are you seeing inside government-controlled Aleppo?
we thankfully we are getting some aid in, and we are here in the Desert Refugee Service. We have the privilege to be able to deliver aid and accompany people. Today we opened 3 of our health clinics, but there are also the Syrian people, even though they are crushed by poverty and over a decade of the almost unimaginable suffering, have themselves in the areas where they're not affected by the earthquake. They have rallied around, and even in Aleppo city, people who have are sharing what they're giving. So most of the aid that is arriving so far is arriving from within Syria.
From which organizations? Where is it coming from?
It's coming from several organizations, from the Syrian Arab Red Crescent, church organizations, and mosques and other religious groups, and civil society responding as individuals. Today we've been offered clothing, baby milk, sometimes in small quantities of 2 or 3 cans, sometimes people offering a much larger stock. So there is some aid coming through, but it's minuscule given the scale of the disaster. 20,000 people have lost their lives. Over 4 million people are affected across the region. In Aleppo, people are sleeping in their cars if they have cars. There are thousands of people in the 126 shelters, and then there is the task of repairing the damage to their homes.
And it's cold there right now.
It's dipping to -2 right now, and I'm speaking to you wearing my woolly cap and my warm winter jacket, even though I'm indoors. One of the situations here in Syria is that there is no adequate fuel to heat housing, and there is electricity in some parts of the city for maximum maybe 2 hours a day. In many parts of the city, in the worst affected areas, there's no electricity, and the electrical system in many parts of the city has also been damaged by the earthquake. So it's the hypothermia and cold are real risks to people's health and well-being. So this is one of the key components of our response, to keep people warm and to respond to help people overcome the trauma, and we're developing a strategy to try and help people move back into their homes.
What do people need most right now?
They need a safe place to stay. They need a dignified and compassionate welcome and a listening ear. They need food, they need clothing, they need access to medicine. They need a route back to their homes, because this is the durable solution. So we're trying to identify the homes that are safe and that are very minor damage, and identify the homes that need maybe some more significant work. And then there are the homes that are obviously just